There is a war inside your mind, a battle that never stops. You try to sleep, but your thoughts won't let you. You try to focus, but your mind keeps spinning. Every day you wake up already tired, not because of the world, but because of yourself. You overthink, you overanalyze, you drown in your own thoughts. What if I told you that centuries ago, there was a man who faced the same war, a man who lived in a world far more dangerous than ours, a man who understood that the greatest enemy is not out there. The greatest enemy is inside. His name was Miyamoto Musashi, the undefeated samurai, the man who mastered not just the sword, but the mind. You see, people talk about strategy, about discipline, about mental toughness, but few truly understand what it means to silence the noise, to dominate the chaos inside your own head. Musashi wasn't just fighting enemies on the battlefield. He was fighting the demons of distraction, the storm of overthinking, the prison of useless thoughts. And if you're listening to this, it's because you know exactly what that prison feels like. You know how it feels to carry a mind that never shuts up, a mind that questions everything, a mind that plays every scenario over and over until it breaks you. But Musashi had a solution, a brutal, simple, and genius strategy, one that most people today ignore. A strategy that will break the chains of overthinking, if you have the courage to follow it. The first thing you must understand is this. Overthinking is a disease of attachment. You are attached to the outcome, attached to control, attached to the illusion that if you think enough, you will avoid pain, failure, and embarrassment. But you won't. No one does. Musashi understood that the man who fears loss is already defeated. The man who fears failure becomes his own enemy. The man who tries to predict every outcome becomes paralyzed. While others were busy worrying, Musashi was moving, acting, flowing. His mind was like water, fluid, adaptable, silent when needed, powerful when required. And this is the core of his genius. He didn't waste energy thinking about what could go wrong. He didn't waste time planning every possible scenario. He focused on one thing: presence. Radical, brutal, a presence, the now, the moment, the blade in his hand, the breath in his lungs, the step in front of him, nothing else. Musashi knew that the mind can only hold one thought at a time. So he made a decision. If he was going to think about something, it would be the thing in front of him. The task, the fight, the mission, and everything else, and everything outside his control, he abandoned, without guilt, without fear, without regret. This is what people today don't understand. You are not drowning because life is hard. You are drowning because you are trying to carry things that were never yours to carry. You are thinking about the future, the past, the what-ifs, the maybes, the opinions, the judgment, the mistakes, the shame, the fear, and all of it is weight. Heavy, crippling, crushing your spirit. Musashi's genius was realizing that all that noise, all that overthinking, is self-inflicted suffering. A man who learns to let go becomes untouchable. When he stepped into battle, he didn't ask, "What if I lose? What if I get hurt? What if I fail?" No. His mind was sharp, focused. What needs to be done? Right. Now, this is the discipline. This is the mindset. Overthinking dies, and when you fully accept, that control is an illusion. Musashi taught himself this through solitude. He didn't run from being alone. He embraced it. He isolated himself, faced his own mind, faced the chaos, faced the storm, and something strange happened. The longer he sat in the silence, the louder his own patterns became. He noticed the lies the mind tells, the endless need for certainty, the fake comfort of mental rehearsals. And then he realized that the only way to win is to stop playing the game, not by controlling thoughts, but by not feeding them, not reacting, letting them come, letting them go, like clouds, like wind, nothing to hold, nothing to fight. Musashi didn't meditate to relax. He meditated to sharpen his mind, to become so familiar with silence that chaos could no longer scare him. And here's the brutal truth no one wants to hear. If you are drowning in overthinking, it's because you are addicted to it. Yes, addicted. Addicted to the illusion of control, addicted to the false safety of mental rehearsals, addicted to avoiding discomfort. But what you avoid owns you. Musashi's life was a constant confrontation with discomfort, with fear, with uncertainty. And in that fire, he forged a mind so sharp, so focused, that nothing could break him. You want peace? Then you must become dangerous. You must become capable of facing your own mind without running. Musashi said, "Fixation is the way to death. Fluidity is the way to life." The overthinker fixates, obsesses, locks his mind in endless loops. The warrior flows, moves, responds, acts, lets go. This is not motivational talk. This is survival, mental survival. Look at your life. Look at how many years you've wasted, trapped in thoughts, trapped in fears, trapped in scenarios that never happened and never will. All that wasted energy. All that stolen peace. Musashi would tell you this. Accept everything just the way it is. Stop fighting the uncontrollable. Stop rehearsing pain that hasn't happened. Stop negotiating with fear. Your mind is a sword. If you don't learn to wield it, it will cut you. Overthinking is the blade turned against yourself. The way out is brutal presence, ruthless focus, choosing, moment after moment, to return to now, to this breath, to this action. To this decision, Musashi didn't win because he was the fastest. He didn't win because he was the strongest. He won because his mind was silent, empty, free. While others drowned in noise, he moved like water, clean, sharp, unstoppable. And if you want that, if you truly want that, you must be willing to do what most people won't. Face your own mind, sit in the silence, stop feeding the loops. Because here's the truth. Life is not waiting. Time is not waiting. And the longer you stay trapped in the prison of your own mind, the more life you are losing. Musashi didn't wait for peace, he forged it inside himself with discipline, with presence, with ruthless honesty. And the same path is open to you. Most people never realize this. They spend their whole life searching for peace, chasing comfort, running from discomfort, but they never look in the one place where the war is actually happening, inside their own mind. Musashi understood. The chaos you feel is not from the world. The world is neutral. The pain, the stress, the anxiety, it all comes from the stories your mind keeps telling you. Stories of failure, stories of rejection, stories of what might happen. You are not fighting life, you are fighting yourself. Every overthought, every worry, every doubt, it's a chain. And every time you feed it, it gets tighter. You think you're solving something by thinking, but you're not. You're digging a deeper hole. Musashi realized this. He saw the trap, the endless mental loops that keep men weak, that keep men frozen, and he made a choice. I will not participate in my own suffering. Understand that. Let it hit you. I will not participate in my own suffering. This is a decision, a line in the sand, a refusal to be your own enemy. Look around. How many people do you know who are prisoners of their own mind? How many are stuck, replaying the past, fearing the future, paralyzed by what other people think? And how many of those people ever break free? Almost none. Because they never learned what Musashi mastered: presence, focus, detachment. Musashi didn't live his life trying to be comfortable. He lived preparing himself to be unbreakable, to be untouchable, to be the kind of man who could walk into any chaos, any storms, and remain steady, calm, sharp, deadly. This is not about swords, this is about life. Your mind is a battlefield, and the enemy is not outside. It's the voice in your head, the voice that says, you're not ready, you'll fail. Something bad is going to happen. What if they reject you? What if you're not good enough? That voice, that parasite, that liar. Musashi starved that voice. He refused to give it power. How? By mastering action, by mastering the art of now. Because the voice can only exist when you're not present. It feeds on the future, it feeds on the past. It cannot survive in the present. This is why Musashi said, do nothing which is of no use. And what is more useless than worrying about things that haven't happened? What is more useless than trying to control what's out of your control? Every time you feed that loop, you bleed energy. You lose time, you lose life. Musashi's mind was a blade, not because he was born special, but because he sharpened it. Every day, every hour, every moment. While others were lost in thought, he was moving, acting, executing. While others drowned in fear, he breathed, focused, accepted. And this is the harsh reality. You will never stop overthinking by thinking more. You will never solve anxiety with analysis. You will never escape the mental prison by negotiating with the prisoner. The only way out is action. Ruthless, immediate, focused action. Action. Silence is doubt. Action kills fear. Action breaks the loop, but not just any action, intentional action, present action, aligned action. Musashi didn't waste time with noise. If it wasn't useful, if it didn't serve the mission, he let it die. He walked away from people who drained him, from conversations that weakened him, from distractions that stole his focus. This is the discipline most men today will never develop because they are addicted to comfort, addicted to distraction, addicted to thinking about life instead of living it. But you are here, you are listening, which means part of you knows this is for you. This isn't a video, this isn't content, this is a mirror. Look into it. Look at the man you've become. A man drowning in his own mind. A man who wakes up already exhausted. A man who feels like no matter how much he thinks, nothing gets better. That stops today. Musashi's way was simple, brutal, clean. Accept reality exactly as it is. Stop feeding what you cannot control. Detach from everything that doesn't move you forward. Act, focus, move, adapt, flow. The mind is like water. When it is turbulent, it is difficult to see. When it is calm, everything becomes clear. But it won't calm itself. You must be the one to step in, to choose, to command. Stop asking, how do I stop overthinking? The answer is right here, right now. You stop by refusing to engage, by refusing to be the victim of your own mind. Every thought that doesn't serve you, let it die. Every story that weakens you, let it burn. Every scenario that steals your peace, walk away. Because the truth is this, no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to fix your mind. The world will keep spinning. People will keep judging. Life will stay uncertain. But you have a choice. Become the man who lives trapped in his mind, or become the man who commands it. Musashi chose. He chose focus over fear, presence over paralysis, discipline over distraction, acceptance over anxiety, and mastery over chaos. This is your moment. You've heard the truth. Now you decide. Keep feeding the noise, or become the silence. If this message woke something inside you, don't leave it here. Hit the like, subscribe, and share this with someone who's trapped in their own mind, someone who needs to hear this. Because the truth is, most people will never escape the prison of overthinking. But maybe, just maybe, you and I, we're not like most people. Stay sharp, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next one.